Good evening, everybody. I'm going to be doing a series of videos about Patheos, which is a website that contains many blogs talking about various religions. The other day on Facebook, I saw a link to a Patheos article in which they're talking about women being sexually exploited in pagan practice. And so I was wanting to read it because it's been a while since I've read any articles on Patheos, and I was kind of irritated by it. I did my standard research. I checked out the author and some of her other topics, and it just didn't set right with me. To me, after doing even more research on Patheos, I was seeing that this wasn't paganism. Most of the writers and blogs that they have on Patheos seem to be oriented towards witchcraft and not really paganism. As I make it clear, it is my opinion that paganism is a spiritual, religious grouping, whereas witchcraft is a skill with a large volume of lore connected with it. You can believe in paganism, you work with spells, you work with the craft. That is how I define the two different. So let's continue on here. Patheos is a non-denominational, nonpartisan online media company providing information and contemporary commentary from various religious and non-religious perspectives. Upon its launch in May of 2009, the website was primarily geared towards learning about religions through a reference library and other peer-reviewed sources on 27 global religions and worldviews. In its current form, the site also hosts more than 450 blogs in 11 faith channels, offering commentary and news from the perspectives and topics including politics, institutions, culture, sacred text, history, lifestyle, entertainment, family life, and business. Patheos is the largest English language religion and spirituality site in the world, while the Catholic, Progressive Christian, non-religious, and pagan channels constitute the largest web presence of their respective traditions. That is how Wikipedia describes Patheos. But everything changed when Patheos was picked up by BeliefNet. BeliefNet at one time did actually have pagan bloggers, but they were picked up themselves by a Christian-friendly group, and all the pagan bloggers that were once part of BeliefNet left. But the change has occurred. Pagan writers are having issues with Patheos. If you go to change.org and you just put in Patheos as your keyword, you're going to come up with two petitions they want you to sign. The bottom one is help pagan writers get back control of their intellectual property from Patheos.com, in which they're talking about how things changed for the people there and their connections with the government. The one I'm going to reference to, because they are very similar in style, is that interfaith site Patheos.com should break all ties with anti-LGBT affiliates. Okay. The backstory here is, if you've been following the news about the Trump administration lately, you've probably heard the name Jay Sekulow. Sekulow is one of Trump's legal advisors and is frequently referred to in the media as Trump's lawyer. He makes frequent appearances on Fox News. Sekulow has an extensive anti-LGBT history. He is the chief counsel for the anti-LGBT organization, the American Center of Law and Justice. The ACLJ was founded by Pat Robertson to oppose the American Civil Liberties Union. Since 1991, Sekulow has been working through the ACLJ to defund Planned Parenthood, defend school prayer, and government subsidization of religion / Christianity, oppose the Islamic Community Center at Ground Zero, oppose LGBT marriage equality in the U.S., and promote the criminalization of homosexuality in Africa. Okay, so this right here is telling you that there's a lot of things that we pagans disagree with that are supported by the company that has ownership of Patheos. So if you're looking at Patheos, you are actually, through the commercials and all that stuff that they got connected on the sides, funding groups that go counter to what our core beliefs are. The connection between Patheos and the LCLJ is a matter of public record. Patheos and Affinity 4 are BN Media brands, and Affinity 4 funnels charitable contributions to the ACLJ, as well as several other right-wing groups like the NRA, the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association, Focus on the Family, Gun Owners of America, Promise Keepers, Concerned Women of America, and the American Family Association. But that's not all. Jerry McGee, the president and COO of Patheos, serves on the board of Affinity 4 together with Jay Sekulow. Affinity 4 is the link between BeliefNet, which now owns Patheos, and the ACLJ. Patheos, apparently at this current time, is promoting Sekulow's book. Since Patheos was bought out by BN Media and Jay Sekulow has become Trump's legal advisor, Patheos is now just one step removed from the Trump administration. The same attitude that the Trump presidency has towards free speech is reflected in the attitude of the new ownership of Patheos. The anti-LGBT policies of the Trump administration are reflected in the anti-LGBT agenda of Patheos affiliates. This isn't coincidence, because the people in both organizations move in the same political and social circles. As the degree of separation gets smaller, the similarities get larger. Okay, so in a way, when we go read Patheos Pagan blogs, we are funding the Trump administration's staff. And I just really don't like that idea. That makes me rather uncomfortable. What's more, BN Media also seems to have taken a page from the Trump playbook for dealing with negative publicity. Since the Patheos controversy broke out, BN Media has taken active steps to obscure the relationship between Patheos and ACLJ and Sekulow. Over 24 pagan authors have since left Patheos. due in part to concern about the morally problematic connections between Patheos and right-wing political groups like the ACLJ, which has one special concern in light of Patheos' demand for increased editorial control over its authors. Patheos should break all ties with the anti-LGBT American Center of Law and Justice and Trump's anti-LGBT lawyer Jay Sekulow. Okay, that's what the article says. So that is what Patheos is now. They are a part of BN Media, and they are connected to right-wing politics. So this is a concern with me. So I wanted to share this with you because I think we need to know what Patheos is to find out if it is supporting the pagan community or a problem for the pagan community. Thank you. Take care. Be at peace.